اطلب العلم أخي فهو درب به نور به ترقى به تحيا عالما حرا فخور. اطلب العلم أخي فهو درب به نور به ترقى به تحيا عالما حرا فخور.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. You're through to Out of Ignorance with your hosts
Fuad Uthman Dio
and Hudaifa Muhammad Jawad. I'd like to welcome you to our very first episode to this podcast titled Out of Ignorance.
Ignorance.
Yes. So, who are we?
My name is Fuad, like I mentioned. I'm 20 years old, currently in UCD, studying psychology.
Hi.
And that's all I can say at the moment for now.
Okay, so my name is Hudaifa Muhammad Jawad. I am from Iraq. I left Iraq when I was 6 years old. No, seven. I'm a pharmacology student in UCD. I'm 23 years of age. And yeah, that's all I can say for now. There's a lot to say, but
yeah, there's actually. I should have mentioned I was from Nigeria. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah.
Are you Yoruba or Hausa?
Yoruba.
My guy.
Our Jollof voice is the best.
Okay, so what are we doing, Fuad?
So we made this podcast. Well, we've been planning to do something like for ages, but we just procrastinate like everybody does, yeah. But okay, we're like, oh, let's do this because like we don't know like how long we're gonna be in this world for. Let's just do it because failure is better than regret. You get what I'm trying to say? So we're like, okay, let's make this podcast called Out of Ignorance, yeah.
Why did you name it Out of Ignorance? Because it was your idea.
Yeah, it was my idea for the name, but it wasn't like any spontaneous, I had a dream or the idea came to my mind. I was just like, I was trying to think of an idea and a unique name. I was like, Out of Ignorance. Like, and that can mean two things. Like, if you really think about it, out of ignorance, depending on how you say it. Do you know sometimes when you speak, yeah, and depending the way you say the sentence, it can be a question or it can be an answer or something like that. So when I was thinking to myself, out of ignorance, so I was thinking to myself, two ideas, out of ignorance. People do things out of ignorance. They don't, when the information comes to them, they might choose the right thing. And other times, people leave ignorance and go into light and knowledge and information. You know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly. That's the first thing that came to my mind actually when you said out of ignorance. I straight away I thought about people that have changed their ways. People that came out of the darkness of ignorance into the light of knowledge. Why are we doing it?
What's the hadith, bro? The hadith. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says, إذا مات الإنسان انقطع عنه عمله إلا من ثلاثة إلا من صدقة جارية أو علم ينتفع به أو والد صالح يدعو له.
So Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says when the son of Adam dies, his book closes. All of his deeds as khalas, finished. His book is closed. Except for three things. Sadaqatun jariyah, continuous charity. Charity that you do before you die. For example, you opened a school and people continue to benefit from after you died. You dug a well, people continue to benefit from after you died. And also, so sadaqa jariyah, ilmun yuntafa' bih, beneficial knowledge that you can leave behind you and people benefit from it. And the third thing is a righteous child that prays for you. And to be honest with you, one of the main things that pushed me to get into the field of da'wah was when I heard Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, rahmatullahi alayh, may Allah have mercy on him. I was listening to his videos on YouTube, and he died like 20 years ago. He died in 2000 or 1999. Him and Sheikh bin Baz. And he was speaking about certain actions, and he said, these are the only things that you're going to take into the grave with you. And then I deeped it. I was like, this guy is already 6 feet under the ground. He's already dead. And I'm already listening to him. It means that he's getting good deeds as I'm listening to him right now in his grave. Subhanallah. Do you know Conway? So the knowledge that he left behind immortalized him.
Imagine all the knowledge the Prophet was getting. All the knowledge he taught to all the companions, the tabi'in, the scholars. So all the way all this information relate to us now today, the way
Subhanallah.
So we're not scholars, you know. I consider myself at maybe basic low level tulab al-ilm, student of knowledge, inshallah. So we're not saying we're scholars but inshallah we do our best to try connect you to scholars, yeah?
Inshallah. So myself and Fuad are part of Knowledge College, which is an online Islamic institution. We've learned basic knowledge of Aqidah with this evidence, basically means Islamic creed. And inshallah we're on our way towards progression. As he said, we're small students of knowledge. In Arabic we say طليب العلم, not even طالب العلم. طالب العلم is a student of knowledge. طليب العلم is like someone who's like even like lower, like just on certain ways, kind of way.
But you have to give a shout out to Dawah man there.
That's
his course, isn't it?
Him, bro. Yeah,
so I think you guys should check that out. Yeah.
Dawah man, Imran bin Mansour. Shout out to you, my brother. May Allah bless you.
Ameen. So we're gonna even talk about like how we got to know each other. How do I know Hudaifa like?
So I know Fuad from UCD. Yeah. I just finished third year. You finished second year?
Yeah, I finished second year.
You just finished second year. So when I was in second year, he was in first year. And freshest camp through ISAC, UCD ISAC. Shout out to UCD ISAC, by the way.
UCD ISAC, hey.
Best ISAC, yeah?
Yeah.
You know yourself, bro.
You know yourself. If you're in Ireland, you know. If you know, now you know.
If you don't know, now.
If you don't know, now you know. Okay.
Anyway, we were on freshers camp, and the first time I met him was there. Actually, he was a little first year that just started in college, and he just joined the Islamic community. And subhanallah, I remember the first time I noticed him, it was him and Abdul Ghaffar, another big, mashallah, Nigerian guy, and they were on a boat. I think that was my first encounter to them. They were on a boat, we were in a lake, we were doing canoeing. We were doing canoeing, weren't we? Yeah, but he was on a boat where two guys get on it. And I see this guy, mashallah, he was big, tall Nigerian guy, another big, tall Nigerian guy. And mashallah, both of them are stocky. And then some of the boys were going to the canoes. They dived into the lake, they went to the canoes and they were flipping people over. And Fuad and Ghaffar were like, bro, please don't. We can't swim. I was like,
Arab boys are dangerous. They wanted to drown us. You see, any Nigerian understands what I'm saying, we don't go swimming. You guys, when you guys are younger, they throw you into the swim pool so you can swim. But they don't let us go swimming. Like I was saying, I went to Bray yesterday.
Yeah.
I went with a couple of people. And the first thing my dad told me is like, don't go swimming. I was just laughing in my head because I know, because there's many people like even in England and Ireland past that they've been black and they drowned because they did not swim.
That's true actually. There was a fella that drowned in a reservoir a few years ago.
A few years ago.
African guy.
So that's what our parents are scared.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to my parents, okay, you're scared. But why let us learn, you know what I mean?
Bro, it's the sunnah.
I know it's the sunnah.
Prophet says, علموا أولادكم السباحة والرماية وركوب الخيل. Teach your kids swimming, ramaya, which is with spears, and horse riding as well.
Yeah, they get the sunnah, but they're afraid. So,
yeah.
Because my dad has told me that his friend, they went to the beach in Nigeria, and they went swimming one day with his friend. The friend went swimming. They don't know where he is to this day. So
subhanallah.
I know, so it's not scary when you say that. But I still want to learn to swim. Like,
bro, trust me, you go to the swimming pool with no Africans, like Libyans, Algerians, especially Algerians.
No, never.
You will learn how to swim.
Never. Because you're
talking about your
stop.
Wallahi, bro, I remember I went with them swimming, the Algerian boys, and they just held me. And they were joining me. Oh, I hated it. And talking about my dad, bro, my dad used to pick me up and just throw me in the deep end.
See, that's different because that's when you're younger. That's why when I go, when I get married, inshallah, have kids, I'm gonna get my kids to start swimming because it's good when it's younger. But now, we see thick bones. I'll probably
no, bro, don't mind that. Inshallah, bit by bit, we'll teach you how to swim. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So, anyways, going back to the story.
Going back to freshers camp. The first image I have of Hudaifa is like we are doing a halaqah during the freshers camp, and there's a speaker, Faris Sabah, he was giving the talk for us, and there's always this brother just giving suggestions. He says, oh, the Prophet said this to this, he said this, the scholar said, I was like, who's this guy? Who's this guy just chatting? Let the guy speak. So like, and I didn't even after the camp, I didn't really talk to him much.
True.
I was like, wow, I want to have that knowledge, that knowledge base. I want to be able to be confident when you speak and be passionate when you speak about Islam. You get what I'm trying to say? But we didn't even get close until like
till after.
That man's conference came
But
on.
before that, wallahi bro, my impression about you was, as I told you, this big Nigerian guy, mashallah, and then he can't swim. He's like, please don't drown me. And then after the halaqas, I seen that you were affected. Because sometimes you can tell from people's faces, you know, if they have khushu or if they have sakina, you know, tranquility, you know, if their mind are really affected them. And I remember you were talking about how you wanted to start practicing and you wanted to learn to seek knowledge and what books you were asking. I remember what books should I start with and stuff like that. I was like, mashallah, this guy is actually interesting. Because when I seen you, I was like, mashallah, this guy is very respectful. And for me, I love people that are respectful, bro. You know? And I had an idea about you that you're innocent, but then afterwards when we went, go speak about KnowledgeCon, and then
what do you mean you had an idea I was innocent, but I'm not innocent now?
Well, no, continue.
But anyways, what I was trying to say is that when we met is like KnowledgeCon was coming up, because I remember I was trying to ask you for advice, what to go, and KnowledgeCon came up. You texted me, Fuad, this is the opportunity. Do you want to go? I said yes, straight away.
Knowledge conference, because I remember at the time I invited Muad, but he was going. I can't remember. He was going somewhere, so he couldn't come. Yeah. I was like, who should I call? Who would be up for?
So I was the first choice.
No, bro. Because remember, I wasn't close to you at the time.
Yeah, we weren't close.
And I remember, man, this guy, he was asking about books, and I was like, if this guy is serious, he's definitely gonna come.
Yeah.
And I texted him, and you're like, yes. I was like, oh.
I didn't hesitate, to be honest.
Oh, alhamdulillah, yeah. I was delighted. I was so happy. But what is KnowledgeCon?
Well, the first time when we went, it was the first time.
Yeah, it was.
It's the first time. So, like, it was different brothers from the UK, different parts of the UK.
Yeah.
Ireland,
brothers from Germany,
Morocco,
yeah.
People from Africa as well.
Yeah.
I had some boys from Dubai as well.
Yeah.
So a good few lads, yeah.
From the US, I remember there was people from the US as well.
Yeah.
And France.
Yeah, and France as well.
Yeah.
Like, that was an awesome experience, man.
I loved it, bro.
I'm telling you now.
Yeah. We got to know a few scholars, alhamdulillah. We had a few connections.
Yeah, we got to build a few speakers and scholars that we could use later in our ISOCs. Because we were actively involved in our ISOCs as well.
Yeah.
But like, when we were there, man, just to meet other boys practicing and wanting good for the deen. We wanted to live up to the deen and obviously take some from the dunya, but that the deen is the priority. I was so inspired. I was like, these are the masjid full of all the boys. Like
all younger shabab, young teenagers, like the age ranged. I think the youngest fella was about 12 or something. He was, I think, only one of them. He was the youngest. And then went up to people around 30. But mainly the age group was 20, 19, 18.
Yeah.
And bro, sometimes like when people speak about people that are practicing, they have a perception it's just, these people that are boring, nerds and all. But when I went there, I was like, the boys.
Man, these guys.
The boys that are practicing.
We used to wrestle all the time.
I was gonna mention that. Like
we used to wrestle. Like, I don't wrestle, but like they taught the Dublin boys it was soft.
We had to make a statement, bro.
Yeah, we had to make a statement. So it was actually really, really fun.
Loved it. They laid mats at night, and you know, because boxing in Islam is forbidden because you hit in the face. We're not allowed to hit in the face in Islam because it changes the facial features and it's harming as well. So wrestling is usually seen as an Islamic sport. So they laid mats on the ground and we used to wrestle every night and they actually recorded it. And I remember when I was talking about Fuad, I thought he was innocent at the start. One of the guys, the first impression, please don't join me, I can't swim. And then mashallah, he was like, there was a few rounds of wrestling and there was, I think the strongest guy there was a Gambian guy, half Gambian, half English. The guy with the afro, mashallah, strong guy. Mashallah, he's very strong. Him and the Somalian brother, the very tall Somali brother, he's like 6'5" or something, mashallah. But that guy was winning. He was winning everyone, that Gambian guy. And then Fuad jumps in.
I said, let's go.
Yeah, mashallah, like it was a draw. And they kept wrestling.
It was 3 times. We did 3 times, 3 draws.
Yeah. No one ever won.
I remember we did that Mysterio trick. What's the Hurricane or something?
When you hold on the legs on the neck.
He was grabbing me, so I just literally jumped up, put my legs around, and I tried to flip him over, but it didn't happen. But like it was tough, man.
It's cool though, not gonna lie.
I was cool. Like people were saying, me and Hudaifa. To this day, I don't want to get wrestle Hudaifa or even box.
I don't want to box you.
Not because I'm afraid of it. It's just like you don't.
I don't know. I know.
It's that feeling, you know what I mean?
Look, wallahi, bro. Most of the time, when I know my brothers, like they're good goers and I respect them and they're respectful, I don't want to get into fights with them. Why? Because sometimes the shaitan comes in, the devil. It's like ego.
Yeah.
if I win him, he might think, oh, this guy won me, or especially if it's in front of a group of people.
That's what,
he embarrassed me in front of this guy, he embarrassed me in front of that guy. I'm gonna get him back, and then grudges at hell. I don't want that, bro. And vice versa. You know what I mean? Shaitan might come in and then you know that's what I'm like.
Even if we were to do it one day, it would probably be like behind closed doors.
Exactly. Between me and you, 100%. I mean, we trained a lot, we sparred a lot, and we trained a lot, but it wasn't really like a proper fight. You know what I mean?
So maybe for fitness.
Yes, exactly.
Just keep active because like college was killing us.
I know. Bro. College is hard work. But the point is, at that time, I seen a different image of Fuad. I was like, mashallah, this guy can box. He's like he's very mashallah, he's very good at boxing, and he can wrestle as well. So I was like, mashallah, man, mashallah.
You know, all the wrestling moves I did then, I actually watched it on YouTube.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I like combat sports. Like the way I got into sports is like I went to a football school in Clondalkin, so there's loads of footballers, like loads of people who play for they play in Irish teams. So if I was to play football, I'll be on a bench. So I was like, then I was in T1, I was like, I don't want to be a bench. So let me find a sport, So I was like, let me keep strong. So I started with Muay Thai. And then
I started with Muay Thai
as well. Hey, Muay Thai. Then I went to the guy, I was like, he gave me a free session, I was doing it. I was like, okay, let me just do this. Maybe first few months, he said I was really good. And I said, something I'm good at, a sport I'm good at. Okay. And I went in, and I was the youngest in my club. So I remember the whole summer I was training Muay Thai like 4 times a week, and I found something I was really good at. And when I noticed I was good at it, I was like, that's good. So I can do something. You know what I mean?
Stick to it.
So when people see me, I'm actually a humble. I don't look for trouble.
That's one thing that I really respect about people that know how to fight. Wallahi, most of the time, from what I see, people that know how to fight and people that are strong and have confidence, they keep to themselves, they keep quiet, they don't look for trouble. When trouble comes their way, they're going to stand up for themselves.
I won't lie.
You know what I mean?
When I was starting the first 2 months, when I was doing Muay Thai, I was like, you can't beat me. I know, maybe it's good confidence, but I was standing up straight, more taller. I was like, okay, what are you going to do? I was ready, start something in my mind. But then when I was the youngest in my club, I remember I was sparring with the one of the best guys. He's probably like 30 or something, and I was just trying to try something. I hit my sly one, and he just bent me. I was like, you're not gonna take it easy on me because I'm young one, and so you learn respect from that as well.
That's fair enough.
But you're not big man, But I can hold my own. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not looking for trouble, but I can hold my own.
That's fair enough, bro.
What do you hear that quote Bruce Lee said? It goes, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a warrior. So it's good to have these particular set of skills.
But wallahi, bro, what I've noticed, because I've hung around with like really, really bad people, back in the day, and I've seen a lot. And one thing that I've seen, a lot of people that you see that are loud, they're loud. They tend, most of the time, they can't even throw the punch. Wallahi, they can't even throw a punch, bro. I remember, I have a particular example in my head, but I don't want to mention it. And most of the time, they tend to fight in groups. But those that keep to themselves, you know what I mean? But when trouble comes, they try to push trouble away. But when it comes to them, they stand up. They tend to be the ones, you know what I mean?
Have you ever seen those videos, sometimes the videos on YouTube, and when the Americans are fighting, and like...
Oh, stop, slapping them. Like that, bro. Like that.
Please, put your hand up, please.
Stop.
But like, even going on for that and how I met Hudaifa, even when we're in KnowledgeCon itself, we didn't even spend as much time.
You spent most of the time with Abshir.
My guy Abshir. Shout out Abshir.
Shout out to Abshir. Yes, mashallah, another very respected Somali brother.
Uthman, remember Uthman?
Of course I remember Uthman. I spent most of the time I chilled with Uthman and you chilled with Abshir.
Mashallah. It's not like we separate, it's just like natural.
I know what you mean,
And like, even when you travel with someone, it's way different. Like, you get to know each other, how they treat people, how they relate to each other when they're under stress. Because remember when we're getting a taxi coming back, the stress that we're under in, the Uber, how much did the Uber charge?
I think it was like £120 or something.
£120 for what, an hour? How many hours journey?
No, bro, it wasn't even hours. It was like a few minutes.
Oh,
and it was because he took the wrong way.
Oh.
He took the wrong way back and it was his fault. He missed the exit and then he ended up making the ride longer. But alhamdulillah. But going back to KnowledgeCon, one of the benefits that we benefit from it, as Fuad said, we connected to people of knowledge, alhamdulillah, and we met very nice brothers. And another very important thing is we are motivated.
Oh.
We are motivated to start our own thing.
Do you know? I remember one lecture. Dawah was giving a lecture about social media. Do you know what I did?
Yeah.
After that lecture, I just delete all the people, all their sisters on my Instagram.
Girls, yeah.
I'll just delete I unfollow them. You know what I mean?
Mashallah, yeah.
Unfollow them and I make them unfollow me.
Yeah.
So I didn't look stuck up when
Fair play to you.
when I was
bro.
doing
Fair
it.
play to you. Bro, wallahi, one very important thing with people that want to change. If you have bad people on social media, it's gonna be very difficult for you. Because if you want to change and then you're scrolling through your social media, you see one of your mates posting up something butcher, or you see like a page that you follow posting up something bad, that's gonna affect your heart. You know what I mean? So it's very important for you to filter, to clean everything. Wallahi, bro, I remember when, like, in the process of me changing, I deleted all my pictures, alhamdulillah. I deleted all, every time I scroll through my newsfeed and I see someone that posted anything that's bad, straight away unfollow. I don't care who you are, I'm gonna unfollow you straight away, you know? So that's KnowledgeCon. Alhamdulillah, it was the spark of what we're starting.
And after, because of the people we met, yeah, I'm staying in connection with Abshir. I still talk to him sometimes.
I was speaking to him the other day, actually.
Yeah, really?
Oh my God, he asked me to send him some information about the foundations of Islam. I completely forgot. Because he was saying, because I posted up something on my Instagram about the brother from Scotland that converted. Remember?
Yeah.
And he's seen that and he's like, oh bro, can you please send me the foundations of Islam, because there's a friend of mine who's interested to convert. He wants to become a Muslim.
Oh.
Can you please send it to me? And I
I
completely
think
forgot.
that's something we'll do after this, inshallah.
Inshallah.
But what I was going to say is, when we were there, like we said, we met there's some speakers I didn't know. But the speakers that were there, Dawah, because I came from Abu Sahma Al-Dhahabi. I did not know the guy before.
Yeah.
That maybe in future episodes we talk about how I learned so much from him.
Yeah.
He doesn't even know, but then who else? Starts Tim Humble.
Man, I love Tim Humble.
To be honest,
He's a reaver from Newcastle. Do you know that he became a Muslim when he was at the age of 14? Now his Arabic is better than mine and Fuad's, like, subhanallah. I know I'm a native Arabic speaker. Like,
Subhanallah.
yeah, mashallah.
To be honest, one of the reasons why I actually wanted to come to the talk was like, because Muhammad ibn Munir was supposed to come.
He was,
But then something happened, then he couldn't
Mufti
get to
Munir,
come.
yeah.
But then again, I'm so glad I come because many more speakers. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, and we got their numbers. We got in touch with them, and we were able to, because we, like I said before, we were actively involved in the ISOC. At that time, you were taraweeh officer, so you're in charge of the religious affairs, all these
halaqas and
da'wah,
khutbahs, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. So when I came back, I was so motivated. I was like, okay, time to start practicing. Yeah. So if you wanna start doing something, you have to make sure your obstacles are eliminated or at least reduced. That's why I tried, because I knew maybe for me fit now what I see. Maybe not intentionally, but sometimes things just pop up. So a Muslim can't always like eradicate everything, but you should try your best to know what kind of person you are, what kind of environment you're in, or what kind of social media accounts you have, and stuff like that. So I did that part. I just moved in.
That was the first flip. Did you find it effective?
I found it effective, but then I was like, I found it effective, but then again, I started adding loads of Islamic pages.
Yeah.
But not like I don't like those ones that they just take a picture and give a quote. Those are good sometimes. Yeah. But I like speakers as well.
Video. Like Bukhari TV. Shout out to Bukhari TV.
Let the sunnah go forward.
Let the sunnah go
That
forward.
is so
and
cool.
don't stop it with your weak opinions.
Yeah, yeah. So I learned that's really cool. Do you know those stuff like that's cool? Like 30 minutes video benefits loads of knowledge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
So we just came out of Ramadan. Let's start. How was Ramadan for you?
Wallahi, bro, this Ramadan was different. Very different.
Yeah.
I had exams during Ramadan, and the thing is, we were stuck at home. There's no taraweeh. One benefit that I got from this Ramadan is the fact that we were praying the night prayer at home, and I was leading it. Alhamdulillah, every night prayer I led it, you know. So I was able to finish Quran at the time, alhamdulillah. read the whole Quran in Ramadan while in the night prayer, alhamdulillah. Another benefit is, see the way when you pray at home, you can cultivate a culture of you praying the night prayer even after Ramadan. That was one of the benefits. And I was speaking to some of the brothers that I know, they said they nominated their younger brothers to lead them on Salah, so that it gives them confidence and motivates them as well.
What I did is, so I've three brothers. So two of my brothers, one is 19 and the other one is 15. So my 15-year-old brother is a shy guy. He doesn't know much of Quran. He knows a good word, but he's shy. You know, he's just naturally shy. So like what I do in taraweeh, I will, we pray 4 or 8. So I'll do 2. My other younger brother will do 1, and my youngest brother will do 1. But I'll probably read Nas. But just build his confidence, because when he reads Quran, he reads very silently. But inshallah, after this, because he didn't taraweeh the last 2, so you have to prepare. You know what I mean? It's like, I have to read this. Fuad, don't disturb me. I have to read this. You know what I mean? So it was good. It was good start, inshallah. And also, even like when it was getting this COVID-19 was getting worse, I was thinking to myself, do we have to pray Eid prayer? I was like, I don't know how to pray Eid prayer. How are we going to do that? Then I asked, some of the scholars say that we don't have to pray Eid prayer at home.
There was a difference of opinion, with regards to that. At the end of the day, it's a matter that is of ijtihad. You know what I mean?
What's ijtihad again? Ijtihad
means basically there isn't clear-cut evidence, but it goes back to the opinions of scholars and the experience of scholars. You know what I mean? They judge according to evidence that doesn't that kind of relates to it. You know, kind of way. It's not clear-cut. You understand?
Did you?
I prayed it.
You prayed at home? Or?
I prayed in my granny's house.
Did you lead?
I didn't see her. No, my father led actually.
You didn't lead.
No, but we have to let respect the elders. You know what I mean?
See, I led because my dad told me to lead. Okay, I led. So I thought it was going to be difficult, but I didn't know it was simple. As in you do takbir 7 times, then you do this Fatha, then Juz'ama. Go with your salah normally. When you're going back up, then do takbir 5 times, Fatha and Ghash, and finish. And then do khutbah after. I thought it was
actually, you don't do khutbah.
You don't have.
That's what the scholars said. I've heard differences of opinion. Some of them said you can't pray at home because it's a bid'ah. Some of them said it was a bid'ah, and then others said no, you can't pray at home because it's something that never happened before. You know what I mean? But all of them, the ones that were saying you can pray at home, all of them said you don't do the khutbah.
No, do you know, I had this narration. I think it was Ali radiallahu anha. That he missed the Eid prayer for some reason or something. Then do you know that narration?
I've heard the narration that about
he went home.
Sa'id Musayyib.
Maybe it's Sa'id Musayyib. He missed it. Then he missed it. So then he went home and prayed with his family. Do you hear that narration? So that's the evidence that people use.
Yes.
But at the end again, Allah knows.
Look, at the end of the day, I heard Sheikh Sulaiman al-Rahili, may Allah preserve him. He was saying at the end of the day, it's a matter of ijtihad. There isn't right or wrong answer. Search, do whatever you feel like it's closer to your heart, you know what I mean? Or there's more evidence too. And then, if it's good, may Allah accept it. And if it's...
Make sure you talk to the people who know more than you.
Exactly. And then do whatever. At the end of the day, as I said, it's something of ijtihad, kind of way.
So I think me and Hudaifa, like we said, we think ourselves as practicing Muslims to the best of our ability, inshallah. So we do, along with college, we try to learn a deen. And how do you do that?
Wallahi, bro, the most important thing, the main thing for me is watching videos. Because I learn by listening a lot. I do read some books and I find them very interesting, but listening to videos, alhamdulillah, I found that when you, for example, when you remember the hadith of Prophet Muhammad where he says, may Allah brighten the face of the one who listens to what I say, pays attention to it, and he memorizes it, and he tells others about it. That motivates me to learn the hadith of Prophet Muhammad exactly how he said it. You know what I mean? So when I'm listening to a video, I try to listen to who is the rawi, who narrates the hadith. You know what I mean? Who he heard it from. Kind of way. When it happened, kind of way. So the name of the rawi, the name of the narrator who actually wrote the hadith in his book. What book is it written in? Makes sense? And the actual hadith itself. And then I can go back I mean, if I miss anything, and I found out of huge importance. I think very, very beneficial.
The scholars say that when you're learning the deen, you should have also go to a teacher.
100%.
Do you think? Do you have one?
As I told you, I have different teachers, and when it comes to Quran, I'm studying in Tala Masjid, Quran, Tajweed, and Hifz as well, memorization of the Quran. When it comes to Aqidah, the Knowledge College, there's also, you can contact them if you get confused, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through the WhatsApp group chat and stuff like that. And I have his private contact number as well. You can just contact him to clarify certain things. We used to study Aqidah as well on a WhatsApp group called no, not الدرر السنية. فوائد علمية. فوائد علمية. Beneficial benefits of knowledge, basically.
Do you think
there was scholars, it was run by scholars,
okay.
but to be honest with you, I haven't been on it in a long time, kind of way. But when it comes to listening to videos, benefiting from the general knowledge, that's definitely something good, you know what I mean, beneficial. But if you want to become a scholar or a proper student of knowledge, you have to have a teacher. And you can't just depend on yourself to read books and believe that you're gonna get knowledge through reading the books, because you may misunderstand, you may take things out of context. You know, kind of way. So it's very, very dangerous.
So for me personally, how I learn the lit I can, like you do hifz, So I'm much online actually on Skype. My teacher teaches me on Skype because I'm a college student. So it would be a trek to go forward and back, every day. So I do majlis on Wednesdays and Sundays. So both days we do his. You have to memorize new ones before you go to class. So, but on Wednesdays we also do tafsir, and we also do like hadiths or reflections or something like that. Maybe you'll give us a small lecture. Because I do it in a group. So it's like maybe there's 7 people in my class. There's a different levels. I'm in the highest class of his class currently. Then on Sundays we do tajweed and stuff like that. So and for just learning basic ilm, like you, I love the videos, I love the lectures. I remember when I was in secondary school, I wanted to start practicing. It's something I call when people are starting to get practicing. I call them they start watching videos I like to call merciful servant videos. The merciful servant Muslim. They get started. It's a good way. So you start watching videos of videos with you know what I mean? You think all that video Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, and it just inspires, and what's that Australian brother, the meaning of life with those videos.
Oh bro, that's powerful.
Those videos, no, they're still powerful now. But that time, I remember I made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because I seen other people they're wow, they watch those lectures, I can't watch it, it's so boring, lectures so boring, let me just it was so relaxing. So even my brothers and sisters that at this level now, they don't get practicing, mashallah, alhamdulillah. But I say, you like that merciful servant, I'm like, what are you talking about? And I just sing,
Wallahi bro, at this stage, I can relate to what you're saying. Wallahi bro, I'd say it applies to every Muslim when they start practicing. I was like that too. But now, alhamdulillah, I'm able to listen to lectures that are 2 hours long. 1 hour and a half long, whatever. Longer than that. I pay attention to every single word. You know what I mean? And subhanAllah, you find it so much more beneficial than the reminders. You see, reminders are good to remind you, to make your heart tender, or tender, you know what I mean? So that, exactly, softens your heart. But then if you want to gain proper knowledge, you need to watch proper lectures. Or you need to start reading books. Or whenever you have a question in your head, go research it and go to websites that have the evidence and memorize the evidence. You know, kind of way.
Like I was saying, I like to listen. Now I can listen to lectures. So to the state that now, there's some scholars or speakers or da'is that they give lectures, or maybe every Wednesday, or for example, one of the most speakers I listen to is Abu Salma or Muhammad ibn Munir, or what else? What's this Australian brother?
Muhammad
Hoblos. There's another one.
Australian.
No, he's really popular for the End of Time series.
End of times.
What's his name?
What does he look like?
I don't know. I think it's Arab a bit. I forgot now. I'll come back to it.
Inshallah khair, inshallah.
But anyways, so like now, like it comes every Thursday. Like for example, I'll give you that Abu Zama's lectures. Usually every Thursday, he gives in Green Lane Masjid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, it's like a new TV show.
Stop, yeah.
And I was get this excitement. I tell my brother, inshallah, you get to a stage that when your lecture is coming up, it's like a new TV show, and they'll look at me like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
They'll look like this guy's crazy because you feel a thrill, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I tell you, when it comes to scholars, for me, I mainly listen to videos in Arabic.
Yeah.
For example, like the likes of Uthman al-Khamis with Ammar. Loves this guy, man. I love that guy.
Who's
Uthman
that?
al-Khamis, he's a Kuwaiti scholar. Mashallah, he's a sea of knowledge. May Allah bless him. One of my favorite scholars is Ibn Uthaymeen.
Ibn Uthaymeen.
I love that guy, man.
I thought it was Al-Albani, Sheikh Albani.
I like Sheikh Al-Albani. I mainly watch his debates. But bro, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, I love that guy.
Really?
You feel like he's such a father figure, bro. He's so loving, he's so soft.
and
But then if you mess up, he's gonna discipline you.
I feel like a lot of us, we want to achieve loads of stuff in life, yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember I was asking one of the da'is on Instagram, or doing like a Q&A, and I asked him a question. How, like, you know, you want to do so much things, but you just procrastinate and stuff like that. What's the routine? What's my routine supposed to be? And he was saying, like, listen, you need to read about the righteous people in the past. Read about their lives, and inshallah that will motivate you. So we need to read books of Sheikh Albani, Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, Imam al-Nawawi, Imam Abu Malik, all those. We need to know their lives. These people, you know what I mean?
100%.
To get inspired, because now we know about Superman, Batman, but we don't know about the seerah of the companions, the seerah of the Prophet. So we need to learn, you know what I mean?
100%.
So, and inshallah that will inspire us.
Yeah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, والسابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه وعد لهم جنات تجري تحتها الأنهار ذلك الفوز العظيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and those who, the first runners to Islam from amongst the muhajirin, the migrants that migrated from Mecca to Medina, and Ansar, and the ones that follow them with righteousness or follow them with sincerity. So them and the ones that follow them with sincerity. حسن الاتباع, you know. رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه. Allah is pleased with them and they're pleased with Allah. You understand? So we're commanded to follow them. And how are we going to follow them if we don't know them? We don't know their biographies. Wallahi, bro, I think one of the most things that motivate me is reading, as you said, reading the seerah of Prophet Muhammad number one, because he's the one that most struggled. The biography of Prophet Muhammad, the biographies of the Sahaba. Actually, that's why I named my son Umar. Yeah, wallahi, bro.
Hudaifa is newly. It's not newly yet. Yeah, 2 months. 2 months.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Abu Hudaifa.
Bro, and I remember I was speaking to Isam when he gave, when his wife gave birth to his daughter. Yeah. He was saying, I was talking to my wife and I told her, I want the superheroes of my son or my daughter to be Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali and their companions, Abu Huraira and their likes. I don't want them to be Batman and Superman or Spider-Man and, you know, make them, you know, stupid or like, you know, they're always in the imaginary world. No, I want to give them real life, what's it called? Real life superheroes, exactly. Real life people that they can look up to and learn from. And bro, who can you learn better from than Prophet Muhammad or the Sahaba? Real men that brought the deen from the desert to the furthest outreaches of the earth by the will of Allah.
Yeah.
You know?
People law and Islam gives them izzah. Yeah. So one of the things that, like you were mentioned in that ayah, one of the things I talk about when you mentioned who follows in Sincerity. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this what we're doing as a form of ibadah, and make us sincere, because even one of the reasons why I procrastinate about is like, am I gonna show off? Am I, you know what I mean? Am I gonna do this to show off so people can know, Fuad man then is putting Ireland on the map, he's gonna do this and do that, so people can know me, So I was really afraid, Then I was talking to my teacher. I was like, sometimes you want to do some good, but the shaitan just gets your mind. It's like, you're not sincere. You're doing this for people to show up. Then what did he say? He said, what you do? Don't stop that deed. Don't stop it. Because that's the way the shaitan is going to trick you.
100%.
Rather, keep on struggling to keep sincere and make sure you do that good deeds. Keep on struggling to do that because that's how shaitan gets you.
Exactly.
Say, you can't do this. So what does he do to get you to move away from this good deed? Yeah? So that's why I say I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give sincerity when we do this because it's very important. But another thing is, I find it's really, really important to do this because there's so much times I benefit a lot. And when I'm talking to people and I'm like talking to them as if they know like what I've heard. So I'm really surprised, like, well, you haven't heard that. Not in an arrogant way, you know what I mean? So I want to share this. Sometimes I have conversations with my stars and ask them questions and I benefit from them. But I want to share this because I go to him for the knowledge, but most people won't go. Yeah? Let's bring it to them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Let's bring it to them.
That's actually one of our objectives. Jazakallahu khair. I actually wanted to shed light on that. Barakallahu fik. That's exactly what we're doing. We want to bring the knowledge to you. Sometimes you don't have contact with the people of knowledge. You know? So we're making this as a platform that will make it feasible. You know what I mean? What's the word? I have the word in the back of my head.
Use it as a means. Let it be a medium to pass on.
Exactly.
We're not saying we are knowledgeable or all that.
No, we're gonna be interviewing people of knowledge.
So
number one.
We can talk. Sometimes we're gonna be me and Hudaifa talking about topics affecting us, different types of topics. Also, we're also gonna be interviewing people, inshallah. Interviewing scholars, interviewing people involved in charities, people, Muslims that engaging in entrepreneurships, reverts, you know.
Yeah,
there's different people who were in ignorance and now they're out of ignorance. So you get what I'm trying to say?
People that were born to Muslim families and then they deviated, you know, they got pulled by the dunya, you know what I mean, drugs and alcohol and all that sort of stuff, and they've changed their ways. And there's many examples of brothers that are like that. Wallahi, we can benefit from them. One of them is Muhammad. Bro, he sent me the thing that he wrote of him changing.
I think, inshallah, we'll have him one day, inshallah.
I think one of the common episodes, I have to say, bro, the thing that he wrote put me in tears, I'm not gonna lie.
Because I don't know if you guys know Hudaifa, but apparently, I didn't know Hudaifa before, I know him now, but like, apparently he's different, yeah? And so he was telling me some of the story, mashallah. But I don't think it's comfortable sharing the story, but one day we could talk about him and stuff.
Inshallah.
But myself, I remember one of the reasons I'm so glad I met Hudaifa because I remember in secondary school, I went to a secondary school, Catholic school, like maybe a lot of people go to.
Clondalkin, صح?
Clondalkin, yeah. Moy Park,
Oh yeah.
Anyways, the boys. So there wasn't many Muslims. There were Muslims, but not practicing Muslims. I'm not saying I was perfect, but I was trying, but like I was always afraid of what people would say to me or look at me. So I remember like when even leaving college, and I was like, I made this dua, oh Allah, find me righteous friends. You get me? My friends are good. My friends are good.
Yeah.
But I want someone to motivate me to deed. Because I want someone to say, oh, Fuad, this is our goal. Our goal is Jannah. Let's use this dunya as a tool to get us that way. Let's enjoy this dunya, but don't let us forget about the actual real destination. Yeah. Even I remember I was listening to a talk. We had this workshop, and these two speakers, the husband and wife, and they were telling each other the goals, and they said our goal is Jannah, and we're going to help each other get to that way. So I want a friend like that. Inshallah, I want a spouse like that. Inshallah.
Inshallah. May Allah bless you with the righteous wife, akhi. Inshallah.
And Hudaifa's already married, so.
Alhamdulillah. May Allah place barakah in my marriage and your marriage, inshallah. Bless us with righteous children that will continue our book after we die.
Inshallah.
Children that we teach, installing them the knowledge of Islam, so that they continue to be alive for those that come after us, and alive for us in the grave, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khair. Wallahi, as Fuad was saying, one of the things that I struggled with at the start of when I started changing, when I first started changing, was friends.
Yeah.
All the people I was surrounded with were the people that pulled me back. I remember, not the Ramadan, I was practicing the Ramadan before it. At the start of Ramadan, the first few days, actually that's what motivated me to post the very last video I posted now on my Instagram page, my personal Instagram page. Because I remembered, not the Ramadan I started practicing, the one before. The first day of Ramadan, I actually fasted. And I can remember it very clearly. Although I was so bad, bro. I was so bad. I was like a devil. Wallahi, I was like a shaitan. But anyways, I don't know what happened to me. I fasted that day. But I didn't pray. I used to not pray. And I went out to my cousin. My cousin was like, oh, wow, mashallah, your face is looking very clear. You're looking healthy, you know? Because, bro, I used to look like a junkie before. I don't know if I look any better now, but trust me, bro, I used to look like a junkie. I remember one of my mates, his name is Mo. He used to tell me, bro, can you please, and Hakeem as well, another Malaysian guy, he's Muslim too, used to be like, when I used to come knocking up to them, we used to do butcher things, you know what I mean? But to our parents, they think that we're innocent, or their parents thought they were innocent anyway. He'd be like, bro, can you just stand aside? Because, you know, and then one of my mates said it to my face, he's like, bro, you look like a junkie. I was, bro, Allah, that cut deep, you know what I mean? Because under the beard, like when I was younger, I used to do a lot of fighting. I have loads of scars on my face. And at the time, let's say if you smoke or you do stuff that you're not supposed to do, your face would go pale. And then those scars would show even more. Like I think I have a scar here under my eye, here or here. I have another one on top of my eyebrow. And then I have a few scars on my face under the beard. So it's like, you look like a junkie, you know? That got deep. But anyways, that day I was fasting. My cousin goes to me, bro, you're looking healthy, mashallah. And he told me, oh, you look like Zayn Malik. I was like, what? You know? Anyways, the point is, bro, it was Woodstown Spa. We are sitting there, we gathered around, there was girls sitting down, there was one of my mates as well. They rolled a joint and they lit a joint. And they were smoking. And they were passing around the joint. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God. My skin started to become itchy. You know?
During Ramadan, you're saying?
That was the first day of Ramadan. I literally 2 days before that or something, I was smoking. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, stop moving. You start to crave it. Oh. And then I was like, bro, get a drag there, yeah? And my cousin was with me. He's like, no, don't. What's wrong with you? You're fasting. He had some khair in him. May Allah guide him. Although he's agnostic now, he wouldn't even consider himself as Muslim. I asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide him. He's like, no. And then my other mate was like, bro, leave him alone, let him enjoy it. There you go, Hudi. He used to call me. There you go, Hudi.
That's his nickname,
no.
Hudi.
Wallahi, bro, after that day, I kept going downhill. That Ramadan, afterwards, I done things that I've never done before. Like, don't get me wrong, I did some drugs before, you know, pills, ecstasy, cocaine, stuff like that. But that Ramadan, I tried things that I've never tried before. Psychedelics and other types of drugs. Ketamine and all. And, bro, it was nuts. And then subhanAllah, a year after that, I started practicing. And I changed in Ramadan again. But thing is, I struggled the most with
friends.
Friends. Bro, I had only friends that dragged me back. And that's why, for a while, bro, I struggled. I was lonely. And I enjoyed that loneliness.
You enjoyed it?
Wallahi, I enjoyed that loneliness, bro. When I didn't practice, if I stay at home alone, I hated my own company, bro. It's like my skin starts to stink. I can't stay at home. I'll be out from the morning till night time. I'll go out with the boys. When I start practicing, you start to enjoy your company. You start to feel peace. You know, kind of way. Months pass, the boys give me a call. Come on, we haven't seen you in ages, bro. Stop being dead. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Like, remember the days, used to have a lot of fun, used to have a laugh. Come out. I go out, get tempted to smoke a joint. And I go home, I'm like, what did I do? I undoed work of like 6 months or 4 months.
You go out with them?
Yeah, I go out with them and then that drag me back. And I go home and I pray and in my sujood I beg Allah, Ya Allah, please make me hate the friends that influence me to the bad. Ya Allah, please make me hate weed and the smell of weed and the people that smoke weed. Ya Allah, please push me away from it. And I'd be on the influence of drugs. I'd be intoxicated. And in my sujood, I'd be crying and begging Allah, Ya Allah, please. I'm so sorry. And I slip again. And I pray again. I put my head down in sujood again. And I never stop. I would never stop, no matter what I done, bro. No matter what I done. Alhamdulillah, Allah saved us from the major sins. Alhamdulillah, now I can say more than 4 years have gone by and I haven't touched off anything like that, you know. But you do minor mistakes. But the point is, don't ever give up. Always go back to Allah and repent. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless me with righteous friends. And now I can say, every single friend that I hang around with now, I'm proud of. And wallahi, bro, I'm like, alhamdulillah, I have pride that I hang around with these friends. Men that love their deen and men that you can trust with anything. That are not two-faced.
I think UCD was really good for that.
Bro, I love
Because
the brotherhood in UCD.
I didn't, when I was going to UCD, I only got UCD because I thought it was the best college, obviously.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't know much about the Islamic Society.
I didn't either, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't know?
And Muad was the first person that introduced me to it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I thought it was a big Ikhwani thing. I didn't have a clue what the hell it was, you know? And then Muad was like, oh, bro, don't get involved in the politics of it. Just, and Amr as well. Amr Tajuddin, may Allah reward him. He was involved in ISAC as well. I was like, bro, just become a taraweeh officer. Because he used to see me come into the prayer room and if I see people messing up, I'd be like, bro, fix up what's wrong with you. That's the house of Allah, you know? And I was like, bro, you'd be very suitable for this position. Taraweeh officer, discipline officer, if you translate it like literally, discipline officer. And he told me, all what you do is just in the prayer room. Khutab, halaqas, all that sort of stuff. And I was like, khalas, I'm in. And ever since then, bro, subhanallah, loved it.
So yeah, I didn't know much about the UCD. Even in the first semester, I wasn't even active in the UCD. No. I was more active with the African Society. Cause like when I was in secondary school, I wasn't really hanging out with black people. Not because like I didn't have anything common. It's just that most of the people in my peer group, because I used to hang out with smart people. Yeah. Smart people. And at the time in my year, the year before me, this group of black people, serious, so smart. Everybody looked up to them, yeah. But my year there wasn't as much of us.
That's secondary school, is it?
Secondary school. There wasn't as much of us. But my group was so diverse, like white, black. It wasn't like I was always with black people.
Yeah.
So like I was always invited to like different things, but
parties. And
yeah, but not. I never really got. See, my practice was much different. Yeah. Shahadatain.
Yeah.
La ilaha illallah, Muhammad Rasulullah. La ma'budu bihaqqin Allah. There's no deity worthy of worship in truth except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, and I for the khutbah, I led with that. That's what, okay, I want to teach you what I know. Okay? I want to teach, firstly, when you teach and when you're hearing khutbah, the first command is to you, yourself. Then to the people, okay, I'm going to teach what I know. Okay, let me do khutbah. And I did La ilaha illallah, talk about the conditions of La ilaha illallah, why we need to learn La ilaha illallah, why people are not learning La ilaha illallah. People always forget it, you know, because when we stop learning La ilaha illallah, when we stop learning aqidah, people just slowly seep into shirk, you know what I mean? So I started teaching the conditions, stuff like that. I started getting more comfortable, coming to the masjid, masalla, coming more often. Then the events, I just want to make the event successful, so I try to help in what I can, attend the ISAC meeting and stuff like that. So when it was coming to election time, I said, okay, I want to be therapy officer, because I want to be involved in the dawah of the ISAC, yeah. And so I applied for therapy, I got that. And you applied for president actually.
Remember, yeah. Pushed me. Remember,
yeah,
he was like,
they did apply. You were pushed.
Yeah,
pushed to the presidency of the ISAC, the Islamic Society in UCD, and he got it. Alhamdulillah, it was good. Everything was good. Summer. Then my bro had to get married.
I had to dip, bro. Wallahi, it was so
I think he did it on
unplanned.
purpose.
It wasn't planned. Wallahi, it wasn't planned.
Sure.
Bro, trust me.
Sure.
My marriage, I did not plan it. I had my wife in mind, alhamdulillah, all the time. But I never knew khalas I was going to get married to her. I was like, I'm going to get married after college.
He knew that.
Bro, wallahi, I was like, I'm going to get married after college when I finish college, and then I'm stable in my job and all. But then I see my wife, I was like, no, I'm going to jump on the opportunity. And then I remember when Abu Sama was supposed to come to give a talk.
Yeah.
My parents seen her there. I was like, look.
Your parents came on.
They came. Remember when I gave the talk instead of him when he was stuck in the airport and all. My dad was there, my mum was there. I was like, look, Abi, there's I told you about. So, oh, mashallah. And then my mum was like, oh, mashallah. I was like, and they supported me, bro. Wallahi, after they seen her jilbab and the way she dresses and stuff like that, they're like, let's go for it. You know? They motivated me to like, definitely go for it, don't wait. You know? And then it happened like this. And then subhanallah, 2 months down the line, my wife is pregnant. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh my God. I'm under so much pressure. And I had to work as well on the weekends, along with college. So I was like, there is no way I'm going to be able to run ISAC, be the president.
So you chewed all on me. He said, Fuad, take this, you have to take it. Said, Farda Kifaya.
Farda Kifaya, bro, you know.
When you give that, you don't want to, that responsibility, I can't turn it down now. You have to step up, yeah. I'm always afraid of responsibility. Yeah. Always afraid of responsibility. So I was like, oh, I don't want to take this. Ask my teachers for advice. Oh, what do I want to do? I can't lead, I can't lead people. These people are better than me, and some are better than me. Yeah. How can I lead them?
Because Prophet ﷺ says, كلكم راع وكلكم مسؤول عن رعيته. Every one of you is ra'in, every one of you is a shepherd, and they will be asked about their flock. So if you have a position, you'll be responsible for everyone that's under you in that position. If you slack, you're going to be questioned about that. That's the responsibility, and that's why a lot of Muslims who practice, they actually fear leadership.
Yeah. Even in this Ramadan, I was reading a book, and it's like Purifying Your Soul. I forgot what was the author, and in that book, I had to get out of procrastination, stuff like that. And one of the chapters was titled "Stop Being Afraid of Responsibility."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, is this author talking to me?"
Yeah.
Because I'm always trying to avoid responsibility.
Yeah.
So anyway, I asked my teachers for advice, and what do I do? And he said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he said, this is a test. This is, can you see, this is how, people don't always say, oh, if they want to go into responsibility, not always given. But you've been given this opportunity. So take it and do it to the best of your ability. Yeah? And make sure your intentions and sincerity is clear. So I took it up, alhamdulillah. It was a bit rough at the start, this was a bit rough. But alhamdulillah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept what we did.
Ameen.
May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless my community, mashallah. They so patient, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase them in knowledge and grant them success in this dunya and in the akhirah as well.
Most importantly, accept our work and accept what we're doing and place barakah in it. And give us tawfiq, inshallah.
So I think we're going to round up, and so inshallah, stay tuned for more episodes. But maybe in the next few episodes we'll probably discuss some topics. Then inshallah we'll invite some speakers, some reverts, and introduce you to the Islamic community in Ireland.
Also, another thing, if you have any suggestions, any topics you want to discuss, don't hesitate to send them on.
So also we have an Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes.
And inshallah we're going to be out on ApplePodcast as well.
Inshallah.
So, Jazakallah khair.
Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.